Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your host tonight. Hope y'all are doing well out there, braving the heat. Very glad to be joining you this evening for our virtual pub quiz. Get yourself signed up for the game by coming to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get to the website, you're going to notice, as per usual, we're going to ask you for a team name, an email address, and then there's a drop-down menu that asks you whether you are or are not a part of the league. It's not too late to get signed up for the league this season. It is only our fourth week of season 59. All you need to do to get signed up for the league is in that drop-down menu, say, yeah, I'm in the league. And then we're going to start keeping track of your scores every single time you play. And you can check in with a full list of standings by heading on over to nyctrivialeague.com/standings. Thus far in season 59, after 3 weeks, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks are in the lead by a margin of 2 points, with We Drink and We Know Things right behind. And in that 10th spot right now, we've got Swearwolves. Well done to our top 10 teams. If you don't see yourself and you're not signed up yet, you know why. If you don't see yourself and you are signed up for the league, head on over to nyctrivialeague.com/standings for a full breakdown of how it's going thus far in season 59. So come on over, get signed up for the game. This evening, we're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 3 categories of the night are going to be question and answer style rounds. And our fourth and final round of the evening is a picture round. So that, of course, means the majority of this quiz are the question and answer style rounds. And here's how it's going to work. I will ask you a question right here out loud for all to hear. And as I ask it, it will populate directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, which of course means that you will be able to see the questions as I ask them. Some of the questions may have multiple choice options, but you're going to find tonight that most, if not all, of the questions are actually short answer in their structure. It is your goal to then enter in the response that is correct, ideally, and then click the button that says submit answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. There is a countdown timer that comes along with all of the questions in the first 3 rounds. Please make sure you watch out for it and that you always click submit answers before it's too late. Let's say you have some time left on that timer and you realize you made a mistake. You know what the answer is now. Feel free to enter in an updated response for us. Just make sure that you click submit answers again so that we get your most up-to-date response. Also, if you spell anything incorrectly, don't sweat it. I am able to see what you put as your responses, and I'll do my very best to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. If you're just joining us, hi, welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your host tonight. Come play with us. This is where you get signed up for the game, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. It is a fully interactive virtual game. Enter in a team name and email address. Let us know if you are in the league or not. Whatever your league status, we want you to play with us here tonight. So let us know what your status is. Our fourth and final category of the night, that is when we're going to get to the picture round, which is structured a little bit differently than our first 3 themes of the evening. And I'm going to walk you through in detail exactly how that picture round works when we get to that point of the quiz. Before we dive into round number 1, I do have 2 simple rules that I ask that you all kindly abide by here tonight. Rule number 1, the most important rule of trivia: there's no cheating in this game. Do not look the answers up. Yes, you have the internet at your fingertips. Don't use it to your advantage. Test your brain power tonight. Rule number 2, do not give away the answers in the chat. Love hearing from you all in the chat. Keep the comments going, keep the conversation alive. Kindly refrain from spoiling things for others. That's all I ask of you. Those 2 items. Don't cheat and don't help other people cheat. Great. Our first round is coming at you in just a moment here. Before we get into round 1, this is your last opportunity to get signed up for the game. So come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, enter in that team name, email address. Let us know whether you are or are not a part of the league. And you are going to be joining these 49 fabulous trivia teams here tonight, from our first sign up of the evening, the Helsinki Syndrome, down to our most recent team to join us, the Rubber Yolks. So welcome to those 2 teams and every team in between. Best of luck on the quiz tonight. Let's do it. Round 1 is in the category of rodent men. We're talking rodent men in this first category. Here we go. Round 1. Question 1. The term rodent men is trending in 2024 as defined as an attractive man who somewhat resembles a mouse or rat. One often cited example of a rodent man is actor Jeremy Allen White, who prior to starring on The Bear played the character Lip on what Showtime series? Name that Showtime series. Prior to starring on The Bear, Jeremy Allen White played the character Lip on the series Shameless. So Shameless is your correct response for number 1. 68% of you got that first one right. A good start to the evening. Not too hard, not too easy. I like it. Question 2. Patton Oswalt voices what rat with a talent for cooking in Pixar's Ratatouille? Name that character. Truly always a pleasure hearing from you all in the chat. And as per usual, I am curious to know where y'all coming in from tonight. If you want to let us know, maybe you've got some team members joining from across the country or the world. It's always interesting to me to see how far our reach has gotten here in this virtual game. Where are you? Your correct answer for number 2, Patton Oswalt's character in Ratatouille is named Remy the rat. Your correct answer there for number 2. A little easier there, 77% of you. Question number 3, a talking mouse named Ralph is central to the children's book The Mouse and the Motorcycle, written by what creator of the Ramona book series? So cool to see that folks are joining from all over the place, including London. Hi, London. Hello. Your correct answer for number 3, The Mouse and the Motorcycle, as well as the Ramona book series, are by Beverly Cleary, is your correct response. On to our 4th question in this Rodent Men round. What actor and stand-up comedian voiced a zebra in the Madagascar film franchise and a human turned mouse who's the narrator of the 2020 version of Roald Dahl's The Witches? Your correct answer for number 4. He played the zebra Marty, I believe is his name, in Madagascar, and the person turned mouse in The Witches. It's Chris Rock. Chris Rock, 2-time Oscar host Chris Rock. Question number 5. What Challengers actor who won an Emmy for his portrayal of then Prince Charles on The Crown is another so-called rodent man? Definitely our toughest question of the quiz thus far, but some teams coming in with a correct answer. If you put Josh O'Connor, you got that point, and that's just 15% of you. I do believe it's time to roll out one of the sad sound effects. Sorry, Josh O'Connor. We're going to get to know you better. We're going to do better. Find out about Josh O'Connor. He's a really good actor. Here's question number 6. I'm a mouse. Duh. What character portrayed by Amanda Seyfried in the 2004 movie Mean Girls dressed up as a mouse for Halloween? Name that character. Amanda Seyfried in Mean Girls portrays Karen, or Karen Smith. And of course, writer of Mean Girls and playing the character Ms. Norbury is none other than SNL's own Tina Fey. You've been SNL, bringing it back, everyone. Our next question in this round, number 7. In the 2023 animated movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, what martial artist who broke into the US mainstream with the 1995 movie Rumble in the Bronx voices the rat Master Splinter? Master Splinter in TMNT Mutant Mayhem, portrayed by Jackie Chan himself. Well done to 72% of you. Our next question in this round, number 8. Look out, partners. There's a new mouse in town was the tagline for a 1991 animated sequel in which what mouse character goes west? Look out, partners. There's a new mouse in town. That new mouse that went west. It's Fievel Mousekewitz. So Fievel goes west. That's your correct answer for number 8. 80% of you got it right. We've got 2 more questions in this Rodent Men round. Here's number 9. What 7-time Grammy nominated masked DJ is known for tracks like Ghosts and Stuff and Escape? That Canadian DJ is better known as Dead Mouse with a 5 instead of an S. But if you put an S, you're going to get that point. And 65% of you got it right. We are on to our final question in round number 1. Here it is. Another noted rodent man is what lead vocalist of the 1975 who is said to be the subject of many songs on Taylor Swift's Tortured Poets Department? The lead singer of the 1975 is better known as Maddie Healy is your correct answer for number 10. That does bring us to the end of our first category of the evening. let us check in with our scores for our top teams, see how it's going thus far. Right now, we've got a tie in fifth place, with 9 points between We Drink and We Know Things 12, 17, and 69. Kashi Go Lean Crunch. Yes, I can get behind that team name. Oh, Trivia Rodrigo, the Blue Shells, not Titanium Robert, but Steely Dan. And tied for the lead right now, we've got 4 teams with perfect scores, 10 for 10. Those teams are Team 578, Team 578, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and Cherry Thunder. All right. Let's move into our second round of the evening. But first, stick around after tonight's game because the movie quiz is happening tonight at 9 o'clock. So as soon as we wrap up here, head on over to play.themoviequiz.com to join that game this evening. I hope very much that you all stick around for it. Always a ton of fun. Our second category of the evening, we're talking about hidden NFL team names. What does that mean? In this round, an NFL team name will be hiding in the correct answer. Note, team names may be singular. For example, the answer could include the word Packer instead of Packers. All right, so it could be singular. Let's do it. Here's question 1. A follow-up to 2022's Renaissance. What is the title of Beyoncé's 8th studio album? So I'm looking for the full name of the album. The full name of Beyoncé's 8th studio album is Cowboy Carter, as in the Dallas Cowboys. All right, we got this. Here's question 2. What Ivy League university in the city of Providence has alumni like David Diggs, John Krasinski, and Emma Watson? Name that university. Your correct answer for number 2, all of them attended Brown University, as in the Cleveland Browns. Let us see. How did you do on number 2, rescoring one of these and revealing The results. You did very well. 87% of you got it right. Here's number 3. What British adventurer and survival expert became widely known between 2006 and 2011 due to the success of his television show Man vs. Wild? When you enter in your responses, I'd appreciate it if you just put the answer to the question. I don't need to know the name of the football team. If you get the question right, it indicates to me that you understand on some level. Like this one, for instance, Man versus Wild. It's Bear Grylls, as in the Chicago Bears. So all I needed from you was Bear Grylls. Our fourth question in this round. One of the best-selling mangas of all time is what Japanese series set in a world where humanity is forced to live in cities surrounded by 3 enormous walls to protect them from gigantic man-eating humanoids? Name that series. The name of that manga series is what we're looking for the response here. Your correct answer, it is called Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, as in the Tennessee Titans. 55% of you got that one right. On to our next question in this round, number 5. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, is the opening line to what narrative poem by Edgar Allan Poe? I have an answer for you all for number 5. That poem by Edgar Allan Poe is called The Raven, as in the Baltimore Ravens. Question number 6. Having been on Broadway since 1997, what is both the third longest running Broadway show in history and the highest grossing Broadway production of all time? The third longest running show in Broadway history, highest grossing Broadway show of all time. It's none other than our theme for this season. The Lion King. You've been Lion Kinged, everybody. 76% of you got that one right. We're talking Detroit Lions with that one. 4 more questions in this hidden NFL team names round. Here's number 7. What protagonist of the Nintendo racing game F-Zero has also appeared in other Nintendo properties such as the Super Smash Bros. Series? This one happened to be my hint of the night, as I'm guessing Shanester is referring to in the chat. And if you don't follow me, I suggest it'll help you. I'm on Instagram at Trivia Meredith, and I do give away a hint every single time we bring you a new quiz. Our next one after tonight is coming up 1 week from today, right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. That is Wednesday, the 24th of July at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Hope you all play then, and follow me to get that sweet, sweet hint for our next quiz. And your correct answer, of course, which you know if you follow me, or perhaps you're a fan of this video game series, it's Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon, as in the Falcons. Question 8. The Dial of Destiny is the subtitle of the 5th installment of a film franchise that began in 1981 with what movie? The only film in the franchise that does not include the protagonist's name. The first film in the franchise, the only one to not feature the main character's name. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark, as in the Las Vegas Raiders. Taking it back a few seasons ago, you have just been Spielberg. Always glad to bring back a Spielberging. Our next question here is number 9. What is the first and last name of the late great member of the Boston Celtics who holds the distinction of being a member of the most NBA championship winning teams? Remember both first and last name in order to get a point here. Genuinely enjoying the answers coming in. You're like, if you don't know, you're thinking of an NFL team. We've got one team put Todd Packer of The Office fame, and of course, Larry Seahawk. We all know him, Larry Seahawk. Your correct answer here is Bill Russell. Bill Russell, as in Buffalo Bills. And our final question of round number 2. What alternative rock band won a Grammy for writing the theme song to Malcolm in the Middle? Continuing to be dazzled by your creativity, like the team who put Green Day Packers. Like it? Sorry, not it. Or the team who put Bare Naked Ladies. It is actually They Might Be Giants, as in the New York Giants. So 49% of you got that one right. And that does bring us to the end of round number 2 and the halfway point of the game. Checking in with our top teams 2 rounds in, we've got a tie in 10th place with 17 points between We Drink and We Know Things 12, Kashi, Go Lean, Crunch, Not Enough Urkels, and the Helsinki Syndrome. Tied in 8th with 18, not Titanium Robert, but Steely Dan, and Moose and Squirrel. Tied in 2nd place with 19 points, We Drink and We Know Things 17 and 69, Team 578, the Blue Shells, Team 578, and Cherry Thunder. In the lead right now with a perfect score, 2 rounds in, 20 for 20, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Before we get to our 3rd round of the evening, did you know? We do private events, and we would absolutely love to work with you, whether you're looking for a way to get to know your coworkers a little bit better, or maybe a way to celebrate at a wedding or a birthday party. We want to be a part of it, and you can reach out to me, Meredith, at nyctrivialeague.com. We can customize the content to your interests. So we've got all kinds of games in the offering. Can't wait to hear from you. Always love working with people who play the virtual game. If you're here tonight, you know who you are, and I appreciate you, and I hope that your event was fun. Our 3rd round of the night is in the category of In this round, every single correct answer is going to feature the letter M followed by the letter M consecutively. Let's do it. Here's number 1. After taking 7 years to graduate from college, Chris Farley's character tries to save his father's auto parts plant in what 1995 buddy comedy? That Chris Farley movie. He plays Tommy Callahan of Tommy Boy. We got that MM in Tommy Boy. Our second question in this themed round. The US version of the Peacock reality game show The Traitors is hosted by what Tony-winning actor? The show takes place in a castle in Scotland, this actor's home country. The host of The Traitors USA. He's Scottish. It's Alan Cumming. Alan Cumming, your correct response for number two. Question number three. Excluding the song Snow on the Beach, recorded with Taylor Swift, Lana Del Rey's highest charting song on the US Billboard Hot 100 was what 2012 pop ballad off of her album Born to Die? It is called Summertime Sadness. Summertime Sadness peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Question number 4. Referencing the university's founder who made his fortune in shipping, what is the nickname of the intercollegiate sports teams for Vanderbilt University? Vanderbilt is currently the only Division I school without a separate athletic department. Cornelius Vanderbilt, founder of Vanderbilt, was known as the Commodore. They're the Commodores. Your correct response for number 4. 47% of you got that one right. On to question number 5 in this themed round. Remember, MM gonna pop up in every correct response. What is the two-word name of the two-player card game that involves improving one's hand with melds, like sets of 3 and runs of consecutive cards, and eliminating deadwood cards that do not fit? That two-word name of that two-player card game is Gin Rummy. Gin Rummy. Our sixth question in this round. What word describes the property of certain mathematical operations like addition or multiplication, where the order of the operands does not change the result? For instance, 3 times 4 yields the same product as 4 times 3. The property of certain mathematical operations where the result does not change regardless of the order in which you put the figures. It's called commutative. Commutative is your correct answer, or some form of the word commutative, like commutativity. Sure. Here's number 7. What is the French name for a type of clear soup made from a rich stock of broth that has been clarified? This is often served as an appetizer at a high temperature, as the gelatin in the dish will solidify when cooled. That clarified soup is called consomme, is your correct response for number 7. On to our 8th question in round number 3. What is the alliterative phrase used to describe the act of laying newborns and infants in the prone position for several minutes every day to help strengthen their neck and shoulder muscles and improve motor skills? Laying an infant in the prone position means on their stomach. It's called tummy time. That's the alliterative phrase, tummy time. 2 more questions in this round. Here's number 9. The electromagnetic spectrum is divided into separate bands based on frequency, with radio waves having the lowest frequency on one end, and with what type of radiation with the highest frequency at the opposite end? We got radio waves with the lowest frequency and gamma rays with the highest frequency. Final question of round number 3. They've got the picture round to close out tonight's game. Here's number 10. Held New Year's Day in Philadelphia, what parade, known for its elaborate costume performances, is the longest running continuous folk parade in the United States, having started in 1901? The longest running continuous folk parade in the United States. It's called the Mummers Parade. Mummers, your answer for number 10. That does bring us to the end of round number 3. Let's see how it's going for our top teams as we head into our final round of the night. Tied in 8th right now with 26 points. We've got We Drink and We Know Things 12, Gravy Wave, Kashi, Go Lean Crunch, The Meltiest Nando, and The Helsinki Syndrome. In 7th place with 27 points, Team 578. Tied in 5th with 28, Team 578 and Cherry Thunder. And tied in 2nd place with 29 points, We Drink and We Know Things 17 and 69, and the Blue Shells. And in the lead right now with a perfect 30 for 30, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. It all comes down to the picture round this evening, which is in the category of ancient symbols. In this round, you are going to see 10 ancient symbols, and it is your goal to identify the name of each of those symbols. Some of them do have multiple names that they go by. Do your best to list the best known thing that it goes by, but I will give correct points to those of you who put something that maybe we didn't phrase it exactly as you thought of it as, but do your best here. 5 minutes on the clock to name these ancient symbols. Make sure you put your answers in the correct order. At the end of the 5 minutes, we'll go over the correct answers, then move on to our tiebreaker question to close out the game. Here we go, everyone. Please name these ancient symbols. Good luck. Oh, hello. We're 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the picture round. Hope it's going well. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Good luck. We'll find out how you did very soon. It's happening, everyone. I'm going to be starting that countdown timer any moment here. Keep an eye out and make sure you click submit answers. I've got some answers for you all from this picture round. Ancient symbols is our category. Image number 1, that is known as the evil eye. The evil eye. It's got a bunch of other names as well, like Matiasma or the evil blue eye. I accepted a bunch of different things. Hopefully, you got a point there. Image number 2, a snake eating its own tail is called Ouroboros. Ouroboros is your correct response for number 2. Image number 3, that is called the Triskelion. Triskelies, that kind of thing. Triple spiral, also acceptable. Our next image here, number 4, that is the Star of David. Image number 5. Sorry, I'm just catching up. You all put a bunch of creative responses here. Number 5, that is Caduceus. Caduceus, the staff of Caduceus, staff of Hermes, also acceptable. Sit tight. Let me make sure these points are all correct. Okay. I think we got it. Our next one here, that is called a cocopelli. A cocopelli. Image number 7, that is an ankh. Image number 8, that is the Eye of Horus. Image number 9 is a fleur de lis. And image number 10 is a lotus flower. Lotus, your answer there. Okay, I believe I've got all the scoring correct. If I missed anything, let me know in the chat. I'll update it as soon as I am able. Let's check out our tiebreaker question for the evening. But first, how'd you do? Let's see. Your tiebreaker, as always, is going to have a number as a response. And as you enter in your response to the tiebreaker question, please guess as closely as you can to the correct number, which means, of course, you can guess over or under the number. In the event that you're part of a tie, whoever's closer is going to break that tie. Okay, here it is. The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown is all about symbology, and it's how many pages in length in its first US hardcover edition. How many pages is the Da Vinci Code? The movie quiz is coming up next, everyone. Stick around. Head on over to play.themoviequiz.com. It's going to get started any moment here. Sign up for the game. And of course, we will be back with our next quiz 1 week from today. You can find us here at quiz.nyctrivially.com next Wednesday, the 24th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Your correct answer, the first edition of the hardcover US version of the Da Vinci Code, was 689 pages in length. Thank you all so much for playing here tonight. Let us head on over to the winner's circle and see what happened with our final scores this evening. Finishing up the game in a tie for 17th place with 33 points, Kashi, Goleen, Crunch, SAN, Not Enough Urkels, tied in 11th with 34. Why Not Zoidberg, The Meltiest Nando, Inferiority Complex, Not Titanium Robert, but Steely Dan, Moose and Squirrel, and Nidhogg, tied in 9th with 35. Gravy Wave, The Helsinki Syndrome, tied in 7th with 36. We Drink and We Know Things 12, and the Blue Shells in 6th place tonight with 37 points. Team 578, tied in 4th with 38. Team 578 and Cherry Thunder. And we've got a three-way tie for that top spot. No perfect scores here tonight. 39 out of a possible 40. We Drink and We Know Things 17. We Drink and We Know Things 69. And 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. I've been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Thank you so much to Peter and the rest of the writing team for helping to put together tonight's quiz. Thank you to Cullen for making this possible. And thank you to Murr and the rest of the Rizio team for creating the software that you all played the game on tonight. Head on over to play.themoviequiz.com. It's starting right now. Good night, everyone.